This is a 1956 Farmall 100. Farmall made a bunch of tractors, about 5 million. Ended in the 70s, I believe. The small ones were the Cubs, then they made what were called the A's, the Super A, the letter series basically. And then they went to the number series, the 100, the 200. This is a 100. It's a small cultivator tractor made for row crop cultivation. The cultivator arms are off of the tractor right now so that I could mount the mower. And that's what I wanted to share with you guys. This is a Cub 22 mower made for the Farmall Cub, mounted or adapted to this 100. And I'll just talk a little bit about what we needed to do to get that mower adapted to this machine, and then in a few minutes I'll start it up and I'll show you how the mower runs. First thing that needed to change, because the Cub is so much smaller than this tractor, was the mounts for the drive shaft. And I'll just take you right in and look at the front mount now. We basically extended the front mount by adding plate steel and strap, flat stock welded together, and it hangs from two hooks that are 6 inches apart. See if I can get my camera in the right spot. Here, one on each side. Nothing fancy, we call it farm welding, but it got the job done. We tried to get it parallel to the ground and centered underneath the tractor front to back. Now I'll take you around to the back and show you the PTO and the pulley assembly that drives the mower. The Cub has a different PTO, and this was one of the major problems mounting this mower on this tractor. The Cub has a PTO that turns counterclockwise at engine RPMs, so it turns the opposite direction of this tractor, and it turns really fast compared to this tractor. So on the old assembly there was a 4-inch pulley here and a 9-inch here to slow down the RPMs to make the mower run at the right speed. What we had to do was go with a bigger pulley on the top, a smaller pulley on the bottom to spin this faster, and we had to cut off the threaded end, bore a hole in the end of the drive shaft, and make this a clockwise threaded so that we could just bolt it on. And we also put a key in this bottom pulley. So basically making this a clockwise turning component instead of a counterclockwise, because the old pulley would just screw off because it turned the wrong way. So, in review, bigger pulley on top, smaller pulley on the bottom. There's calculators on the web you can use. Whack off the drive shaft, bore a hole in the end of it, thread the hole, and put a 3/4 inch grade 8 bolt in with a key to make sure that shaft is working great. Lift here, and I'll show you how it runs in a bit. Basically this is a custom fabbed metal arm that sits on the hydraulics that attaches to the chain that lifts the mower. The mower has a double action lift. This flips, which brings up the tip of the blade, and then when the tip gets to a certain point it brings the whole assembly up, and I'll demonstrate that shortly. So let's see if we can get this old baby started up. One of the nice things about this mower is you can see it when you're mowing. So here we are sitting on the tractor, and the mower blade is in complete clear view of what we're cutting. And I'll just raise it and lower it with the hydraulics just to demonstrate that. starting to come up. And you can see it's clear off the ground. And you can see the chains lifting as well. And you can run it as long as the angle at the pitman arm isn't too dramatic. You can run it up a little bit. So we'll set it back down. Best to just leave it to sit on the ground and then keep the chain snug while you're mowing. So there you have it. Ready to cut hay.